Hey, what's up guys, cinestalker here for a video. This video right here will basically be a nice little fun Blu Ray, DVD, and 4K review video. Got a nice little stack of some goodness. I get it from some various companies to review. So let me show you my thoughts and opinions of it right now and show you how they look inside. All these are coming out, I believe, on the May 19th, or they're already out right now to get. Links down below if you want to get some of these movies out from these various companies. Let's get down to it right now. Alright, first up here from Paramount Pictures. Wondering why I'm wearing these aviators. It's because it's to celebrate this classic film on 4K for the first time. Top Gun right here, which made like Tom Cruise like international star. Good old Top Gun. I'm wearing these shades right now actually because tomorrow, May 13th, I get this little promotional thing from Paramount, which is really cool aviators to promote. Take a picture of it for Top Gun Day. We take these off so I can review this. You know, I can see a little bit better. Whoa, just like that. The shades are off. But yeah, really cool stuff. Thanks again, Paramount, for sending that promotional. Those glasses, I'm definitely take a picture, put on Instagram tomorrow. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put a little cool Top Gun aviator picture up for Top Gun Day, May 13th. But now it's gone to review this. This was released about, I think, a few years back, or maybe more, on Blu Ray Steelbook. But this is my first time checking this out on the 4K, because this came out for the very first time on 4K, is this. And it looks absolutely incredible. Like the colors, they put some HDR in here too, so the sound and picture quality is very, very rich. This comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray of it. I've seen both of them. The Blu-ray has a little bit of slight grain to it, but the 4K looks absolutely pristine. It's like super rich, because all the sweat in this movie, a lot of the beads of sweat. The colors are very deep and rich on the 4K. The sound is superb. This is definitely a great upgrade to get. If you have the Blu-ray of this, definitely upgrade to get the 4K of this amazing classic 80s flick, you know, Top Gun with Maverick, Tom Cruise. I love about this movie too, it's filmed in San Diego where I live at. Most of it's filmed over here, over in Miramar Air Force Base, which I'm about 20 minutes away from there. And other various spots they filmed this movie at, you know, with the great music, you know, the Danger Zone, Berlin with Take My Breath Away, the actual score for the movie Top Gun. Love this movie. It has this really cool slip up here. Check out the back of it. You go like this, and the case of it looks exactly the same as a slip. And show you guys the inside contents of it over here. You get the Blu-ray, of course, is always in blue, and you get the nice 4K over there. And the back of it too, you have a great documentary. I think that was transferred over from the Blu-ray release, and nice in-depth interviews and that kind of thing up there. You also get a cool special feature, the Legacy of Top Gun, in this setup here too. I watched all that stuff. It looks really great, really neat retrospect of, you know, Jerry Bruckheimer. It's interviewed Tom Cruise about the movie of Top Gun and how they Tom Cruise was like, he wanted to be the, you know, actually fly in the jets, and just really great job. Like I said, this is a great one to get an upgrade to. If you have the DVD of this thing or the Blu-ray of it before, definitely, especially if you're a fan of this movie, great movie. One of my all-time favorite movies is Top Gun. You know, like an 80s top favorite hit of mine is, of course, you know, Top Gun. Classic movie, just, you know, fun one to watch. Just really, really good. I was watching this a couple nights ago. Definitely love this classic up here. This comes out May 19th. All these ones that's like the Cruise collection, because I got a few of these Tom Cruise 4Ks they're doing right now, and it's pretty much just called the Cruise collection. These all come out May 19th, so look out for that, which is a week from today. So check it out for to get this out right up here. Definitely, definitely going to upgrade to is this. All right, next up here, War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg, based on the H.G. Wells classic film, you know, story of War of the Worlds, where these invaders from other planets come here to take over our Earth. And this thing up here, always enjoyed this movie. Really great on 4K. Like, the depth of this thing is really good, even though the film is shot in a grainy quality. It was purposely done to kind of give like an old school vibe to it in a sense, and that kind of look. So it's not super rich with vibrant colors. There's pretty much a lot of grays, blacks, and blues in this thing, in this movie throughout. But it looks really great for what it is. The sound of this thing looks really great, especially with the HDR. It looks amazing with the 4K preservation of the restoration of this thing. Looks really good. Really good job. The Blu-ray of this looks really good too. The Top Gun one, like I said, I was talking about earlier, fantastic. Like the 4K, that one is so much more richer than the Blu-ray. This right here is pretty similar with the 4K and the Blu-ray. The 4K is a little bit more crisper, of course, but with the color hues of this thing that they shot it with, not too much difference in this thing. But definitely a nice, good upgrade if you want to get both of them, to get, you know, Blu-ray and 4K, to get this up here. And they get cool, like, you know, get a nice Well, it could have some cool special features thing. I'll read some of them off to you right now. Get the revisiting the invasion, the H.G. Wells legacy, Steven Spielberg in the original War of the Worlds, you know, interviews with some of the cast and that kind of thing is how they made this movie. Always liked this one. Always kind of a nice one to watch. So definitely a copy. Now it's on the 4K Blu Ray. This thing is coming out. Here's the inside of it up over there, and then the back of it up there. Yeah, this is definitely a cool, fun one. Good classic sci-fi action flick is this one. I can't believe it's been out like, I think this came out like what, 2008, right? That 2005. My goodness, this is like, man, 15 years old. I thought it was like a little bit more newer, but man, it's been 15 years since this came out. Definitely a cool one up here is, you know, War of the Worlds. Definitely, I recommend to pick this one up. The last McCruise collection, I'm just calling it up here. Days of Thunder. This was only on 4K released up over here. I don't know if it's on Blu Ray another release, but right here it's just by itself in the 4K up over here. HDR looks really great. Directed by Tony Scott, same director that did Top Gun. And it's pretty much like, you know, with that one, like the jets and stuff like that with Top Gun. This is like with race cars. As Tom Cruise is a race car driver, and he's kind of like, you know, trying to get back in the circuit in a sense to be #1 again. And just all this crazy stuff going on behind the scenes of him and his team, his racing team, and Nicole Kidman, which he meets in this. I think he meets in this movie for the first time in real life, and they get married too in real life. I think this is the first time they met. Was in this film right up here. I could be wrong, but I think so. But yeah, it's definitely a cool, good one just to check out too. Good little early '90s action flick is this. Starting also Robert Duvall, Randy Quaid in this thing. Looks really great. The sound and depth of this thing looks very great in 4K. Like it just looks great, especially the sound of this thing with the race cars going right by you, whipping away. Looks so good. Just like with like I said about Top Gun, similar to with the jets flying around and stuff like that. It looks so great with the 4K with the sound and HDR. Looks so good. Just like with this one, looks super great. Great for you know, entertainment. Is this one up here? Here's the back of it up there, and you get some of the not a whole lot of stuff in this thing. You have a filmmaker focus, Days of Thunder, and isolated score. So not a whole lot of extras on this 4K release. But definitely a really cool one to check out is this. Like I said, with these ones up here, all these come out May 19th. They come out digitally tomorrow, May 13th. If you want to get the digital versions of these, but if you want to get the physical releases, they'll be available on their website, which I'll have down below for Paramount and nationwide, all different kinds of stores like Best Buy and Walmart, which you can order from and pick up at the front door and that kind of thing. So these come out physically next week and digitally tomorrow. Also from Paramount, you get the Paramount Presents line, this new line they're doing. I got this great 80s classic is Flashdance. This one comes out May 19th. Jennifer Beals, great movie, you know, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and that kind of stuff right here. You get this really cool slip. It opens up like a little poster kind of thing up there. It looks really cool. You can actually display it like that if you want. This is a great one. You know, it's her character, Jennifer Beals' character. She's like this, you know, dancer, you know, artsy, and she does construction. She works at a club too, and does these crazy dance things. But she wants to branch off and get to accept at this cool dance academy for the arts and that kind of thing. And so it's kind of her way of doing that. And in New York at the time, she gets involved with her job, construction worker, boss type guy. And there's all these different things going on. But great music in this thing. Classic 80s flick is this. Some great little interviews too with Jerry Bruckheimer and some of the cast of this thing. Talking about the movie like retrospective all these years later, but the impact this movie's made. It looks like inside. Get the slip. There it is up over there. And you get the Blu Ray in there and itself up there. And you get some imagery inside here too, with like a movie quote and that kind of thing over there. But a really good job. I definitely like this Paramount Presents line. You know, picking out certain classic films from different eras and that kind of thing. And especially I like this. It's really, really cool. Definitely look out for this one. If you're a fan of this movie, definitely upgrade to the Blu-ray release of this thing. It looks really great. It sounds amazing. It looks amazing. Definitely a good, fun one. If you've never seen it before, if you like 80s stuff, too, definitely get this one. Hot. All right, next up here, a couple releases I got from the Warner Archive collection. This one right here just came out, I believe, like a week or so ago. For the first time ever on Blu-ray is the classic Selena movies. You know, it was Jennifer Lopez. This movie right here made Jennifer Lopez like an international star. Before that, she was doing stuff like in Living Color, little bit parts like a Money Train, stuff like that. But when she did this one, she became like a household name, Jennifer Lopez. She just never looked back ever since. Plays Selena, Tejano music superstar that died unfortunately way early on. She's like 24 years old or so. She was killed by her, you know, secretary in a sense, and this horrible thing. I remember that as a kid watching that in the early 90s. I remember knowing about Selena before she died. I remember like watching her on Tejano television, like, you know, like Mexican television, especially here in San Diego. We're all close to Mexico. I remember seeing music videos of her. I thought, oh, she's really hot. And then I found out, and I saw something on the news that she, you know, was shot in the back in real time. And I was like, oh my God. And this came out like in '98. I remember watching this movie. Great movie, great cast. Just a really great movie with the music and stuff, with Selena's music, you know, and bitty bitty bump bump, you know. It's like so great. And this one here, I'm so happy. It's on Blu Ray. And what's cool, you get the theatrical cut and you get the extended cut of this movie. So you get two versions of the film. Super great. You get a cool documentary about Selena and this thing up here behind the scenes and a retrospect look back at the film. Great movie, all around great flick. This one always kind of makes me cry toward the end. It's such a greatly made movie. Love this flick. So amazing. Definitely do yourself a favor. Pick this up. It's out now. Next up here, an older release from Warner Archive Collection. I just wanted to get this to check out, which I haven't seen in a long time, is you get the original miniseries up here about these reptilian race of characters down to Earth, disguised as humans, to take over the planet. This great classic science fiction flick is this. Great one up over here. So fun. Great cast of people in this thing. Here's the back of it up here. Really cool, like practical effects in the 80s. Kind of creepy too, where one of the scenes, like almost like this, where the guy gets his face ripped. You see like this reptilian, like lizard creature thing underneath with the flesh hanging off. Looks so good. I think, you know, like Robert Englund in this thing early on, before he was Freddy Krueger. He was in this miniseries up over here. Great classic show, you know, V science fiction goodness. It looks great on Blu-ray. And last but not least, from the Vinegar Syndrome line is this one. Cool one that I saw last night. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Is Dolly Dearest. This is out now and available. About this creepy doll, and this family buys like this doll production company in Mexico. So they go to Mexico to get it, and when they go there, it's like this kind of like dumpy looking warehouse thing. I've all messed up. It's been just sitting there for a while, and the guy's daughter's like, I want that doll, and so he gives her the guy that bought the thing. He gave her the doll. They go back home, so they're going to live there for a while to take over this company to make a bunch of money out of it. It's kind of what they think, to produce these dolls like worldwide. And when the girl gets the doll starts talking. The daughter starts acting differently and stuff like that. And the daughter becomes like a different person. The mom notices it. Denise Crosby, she was also in Pet Sematary as the mom in that, so she's in this thing. Right after she did Pet Sematary, she did this, and it's a fun movie, pretty cool, like low budget but not bad. And this doll's like, to get back to the doll, it's like possessed by like this Satan cult thing in Mexico. A little bit low budget but not bad. Like an imitation Chucky is this. It's kind of neat. And there's like the back bit up there. You get some pretty cool interviews with Denise Crosby and people like that of the film right there in itself. All right, that's it for my reviews right there. Hope you guys enjoy that right there. All these Blu-rays, 4Ks, and DVDs I talked about up here are available right now, or they're coming out on May 19th, which is a week from today. So look out for that right there. Links down below if you want to get these movies on pre-order or to kind of remind yourself when they come out. Definitely check out the links down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Also, if you're going to get any of these titles out and more I talk about, let me know and drop a comment on that right there. And I'll catch you guys later in the next video. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.